peace and love. Let's get into it. I am going to be hearing MAPHRA for the first time now, and she is covering Bring Me the Horizon, Doomed. Now, I've been a fan of Bring Me since Pray for Plagues, honestly, and I've really enjoyed their journey as a band, you know, from like the sort of just hardcore deathcore into the more experimental. I really loved There Is a Hell. I thought that was a great album. The use of orchestration in there and synths, and then even like into AMO and stuff, like start getting really experimental. I've just enjoyed every moment of it, you know, and the freedom they've had to go in their own way. I know this song a little bit, but not so much. There's songs I know a lot better, but it's not really important, because who I'm here to hear today is MAPHRA, to see what is going on, what the hype is about. Let's jump in.
Cut off my wings and come lock me up. Just pull the plug, yeah, I've had enough. Tear me to pieces, sell me for parts. You're all vampires, so here you can have my heart. You can have my heart. You can have my heart. The walls of funeral, a room of ghosts. No hand of movement, no sign of pulse. Only an echo, just getting boom. They kick the chair, but we...
I love how delicate her voice is. You can hear every little nuance. Sometimes she pulls into like a very slight unprojected vocal fry, just a little, you know, you can kind of hear the control, and it is very, very, very controlled and very nuanced. Really nice style she has with her voice. Like, it really is very, it's like honey, you know. She's got real nice production on it, but you can tell the raw sound going in. The dry sound of her voice it's full of character, you know.
No hand of movement, no sign of pulse. Only an echo, just getting boom. They kick the chair, but we uptight the room. You can have my heart. You can have my heart.
Nice.
So come rain on my parade, 'cause I wanna feel it. Come shove me over the edge, 'cause my head is in overdrive. I'm sorry, but it's too late, and it's not worth saving. So come rain on my parade. I think we're doomed. I think we're doomed, and now there's no way back.
Dude, I've got shivers. I just turned it up in my headphones a little bit on the monitor to just really, really get this, and then she started doing that. Now, Ollie Sykes, the lead singer of Bring Me the Horizon, he used to sing with that pure, just all the time, you know, and then he got more into singing and kind of found this style of mixing singing and screaming a little bit, that he kind of coined a bit. There was a little bit of a Chester Bennington influence I felt when he kind of got into like the sleepwalking kind of, you know, sempiternal phase of Bring Me. But then even further on from that, it's this kind of just like singing into like a kind of growl. And it's a really cool, unique sound. And I've heard women do like full on vocal fries, death growls, you know, false chord and all that stuff. I've never heard a woman do this. I've never heard because this is kind of an shoot me if I'm wrong, but kind of an Ollie Sykes sound here. But she's taking that, dare I say, doing it a little bit better. Like, but also I think because it's so controlled, it sounds so bloody good. And just the ease with which she's slipping into like the head voice and then into the deeper sounds, into the warmer sounds, and then into that scream, it feels very human and emotional and like from the heart, you know what I mean? Like it's powerful. I really was not expecting that at all. And I've got to say as well, and not throwing any shade on Ollie Sykes, he can sing a whole lot better than I can, right? But he's, you know, it took him a long time to learn how to sing and stuff. And I remember the early days when he first tried to sing, it was like, it was a no-go. But, you know, he got to a point where he can kind of hold a tune, but it is auto-tuned very heavily. And she is not. And I think that's what's giving another level to this as well, is because the singing aspect of it is so crisp and so clean. And I think that the way Bring Me songs are composed vocally is always very interesting. And I think almost because of that aspect a little bit, because they know they're going to play loose and fast with the vocals in how they're kind of tuned, backed up with synths and stuff like that, they can do some really crazy out there melody and go from like a death growl into a falsetto and make it work and do some cool little dance melody with it. But she's doing it for real, like organically, you know? And I think that, again, something I've never really heard. But yeah, this is one hell of a performance.
You must have made some kind of mistake. I asked for death, but instead I'm awake. The devil told me no room for cheats. I thought I'd sold my soul, but he could never see. You can have my heart. Slowly but light on, I'm coming home. It's getting darker, but I'll carry on. The sun don't shine, but it never did. And when it rains, it fucking pours, but I think I like it. And you know that I'm in love with the mess. I think I like it. So come rain on my parade, 'cause I wanna feel it. Come shove me over the edge, 'cause my head is in overdrive. I'm sorry, but it's too late, and it's now or saving. So come rain on my parade. I think we're doomed. I think we're doomed. There's no way back.
God's sake. How is she doing this? It's the switch from the screaming into the vocal. And don't forget, with this style of screaming as well, that she's projecting melody through that, you know, like it's melodic screaming. And it's the way she's shifting from techniques from that projected melodic scream into her head voice. In males, we call it falsetto, you know, like, is just insane, and it's pitch perfect. And it's, yeah, I can't get over how quickly how effortless she makes this all seem, because none of this is straightforward.
I think we're doomed. There's no way back. saving. So come rain on my parade. I think we're doomed. I think we're doomed. And no, there's no way back.
Alright, she is going to take over. Sunshine in the chat says, I feel like if you were in a room with her voice, no mic or electronics, her voice would still send shivers down your spine. For sure. NC Dad says, I wouldn't want to piss her off. Can you imagine her screaming at you? Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Your skin would like fly off your face, I think. Dude. That was amazing. I love the emotion that she puts into the performance as well, and you can see it on her face, the expression. Like, you really have to, when you're singing something, you feel it. You really have to put your like emotion in. You need to kind of act or just genuinely like feel it, and you can feel that she's believing every word. You believe her, don't you? You know, when she's broadcasting this to you. Yeah, truly spectacular. Love her look as well. Like she just looks awesome. Damn. That was pretty bloody spectacular. That was MAPHRA, vocal cover of Bring Me the Horizon's Doomed. Looking forward to hearing a lot more from her, because that was unreal.